Good morning. Welcome back to 4 More Minutes. I am the Soul Stir, Sam Bailey. Hope and pray that everything is well with you this morning. I appreciate you joining me daily right here, and I appreciate you sharing these messages as well. My thought for today, I was considering the aftermath of the temptation of Jesus, and the word says that the angels came to minister to him after he had been tempted and tested, and he was by himself, he was alone, but there was heaven sent relief for him. And I want you to know this morning that you're not lonely, you're healing. Sometimes we can interpret a place and a space and a time where we're by ourselves as being lonely, but God could be using that space and that place and that time to heal you. I know we don't always like being around being by ourselves. We like being surrounded with other folks, but sometimes you got to be by yourself to flush out some of the things you've gone through or process some of those things you've gone through and to heal yourself. So you're not alone, you're healing. We don't always like to be by ourselves. I don't like to be myself. I'm alone. I need people to do things. Listen, you need people, but you don't need people. There's moments where it's not good for us to be alone, and we're social beings. God made us that way, but you've got to be able to find that internal strength, that internal joy, that space where you're by yourself for some reflection, so we can think about what has transpired in our lives, and we can think about what is our next step and what we need to do. Sometimes I've seen people get out of one bad relationship and go immediately into another. So it's important to have a transitional period. It's important to have a moment where we take some time out to do those things. So those things are important in our lives, and so um, you're not lonely. Somebody says, "I am." You don't know. I don't know. You're right, but I know that God is able, and I think it's necessary to meditate. I think it's necessary to find authors and books who have already written about your situation, what you've gone through. As I've said many times and multiple times before, even though you are unique, your story is not. I think it's important to maybe possibly, if you can, go back and trace some, examine what went wrong and what happened, and lessons to be gleaned from the things that you experienced in life. Maybe some forgiveness needs to occur in your heart and mind. Maybe uh, it's some self reflection and self growth that needs to transpire. Maybe it's some physical distancing yourself from someone, or to build up your self esteem within yourself. The angels came and ministered to him. We know that was in the terms of food, but I believe it was even above that, because he was in the flesh, and we need ministering to. That's what I'm trying to do: minister to someone today. I don't know what battles you've been fighting. I don't know what difficulties you've been going through, but I want to tell you, your healing is going to be found oftentimes in solitude. If you see where I am even this morning, silence and solitude is a practice that I have implemented in my life. A few moments out of the day for silence and solitude. I am not too busy for myself. You are not too busy for yourself. And so you're not lonely, you're healing. Jesus found peace in the mountains, in the wilderness. That's why I love it. He retreated to the mountains to pray, where there was no television, where there was no noise, where there's no people needing you all the time. And connect with God, connect with your source, and find your strength. It's my God, Philippians 4, that shall supply all my needs according to his riches. And how can I see that I'm connected to the supply and receive the benefits from the source if I never take the time to recognize him? He's all around me. God is all around me. His presence is around me. I feel him in my spirit. And sometimes you got to step away. So no, you're not lonely. You might feel alone, but you're never, you might feel lonely at times, but you're never alone. And just know that you're not lonely, you're healing. God can heal you. You can only heal an injury when you rest it. And maybe God's trying to rest your spirit, calm it down, and get you to see, get me to see, get us to see the perspectives that we ought to see in this life. Well, God bless you. Have a wonderful moment. I know it wasn't pretty, but I hope it encourages you on today. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow. Please share these messages right here on 4 More Minutes.